Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Welcome to the default Airbus A320neo V2, as it was released by AnySim back in 2020, albeit now converted, ported, and tweaked up for Flight Sim 2024. Very excited to fly this one, and we're going a bit of a throwback flight. So my very first ever flight in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 was London Luton to Inverness, as the idea behind that was, at the time, I'd only ever flown my first A320neo flight in January 2020, and with the release of the A320neo, I thought, you know what, let's fly the A320neo in real life in the sim, and we'll do a flight I did in real life from London Luton to Inverness. A bit of a throwback, as we're going to do that very flights again in Microsoft Flight Sim. I've got a few more mods rolling now, so we have got GXX up and running, converted and ported to Flight Sim 24, which is very exciting. And also, IVAO, the ATC network, fully compatible with Flight Sim 2024. So, going to use the pushback today, ATC, passengers, PACX of course in the background, as we prepare ourselves on this flight now to Scotland. So, first things first, of course, isn't starting the airplane anymore, but actually, it's the walk-around. So, let's start our walk-around, shall we? Get rid of the engine covers, the pitot covers, if there are any other thing there on this aircraft. Check our front nose gear, it's all good. There aren't too many checkpoints in the A320, I must admit. Compared to 737, it's quite an easy one. So just walk around, I can check the rear landing gear. Too far away from the clip spot, there we go. Ooh, a bit of a lag spike there. Check the rear landing gear. Very good. Check the struts in position. There we go. Continuing around the back. Don't click on any of the doors, because the doors will just take you into the cabin. That's not what we want. Check the rear elevators. There's the click spot. I don't know if it's just too far away, but I can't actually get to that. Click on it, it's not letting me do it, so I'm going to assume that's just going to be too far away for us to reach. It won't penalise us for not checking something, so we won't lose points for not being able to check something. The whole walk around is kind of just there to be a little extra for flight sim that you kind of walk around, see and do while you're in the sim environment. I do like it. Shall we are live? Mute. All good in the stream end. Yeah, so we don't lose any points for not doing your walk-arounds or checking stuff. Or the chocks we're going to leave in place until after the aircraft has been cleared for pushback and departure. That's as well. I don't think I can actually click on that. There you go. That's all checked. That's all checked. And they actually remove chocks anyway, so oh well. And one thing I love about GSX is that the ground stairs are fully modelled with bump mapping. So if I go up to the stairs now, this is GSX, you can actually walk up the stairs. Oh yes, you can walk up the stairs to return yourself back into the cabin. I think that is fantastic. Again, click spot doesn't quite work like this thing, especially with the key commands. But the fact you can actually click on the stairs and actually do all that interaction, or you can walk upstairs and do that within sim, I think it's absolutely superb. Flight Sim 2020 has had a bit of a shaky release, no one's going to deny that, but when it works, it's been absolutely superb so far. Absolutely love this one. Still needs like time to kind of adjust and stabilise and get right, but like I say, from what I've seen so far, what is working has been absolutely phenomenal. Right, notice do feel as we need to the aircraft up from the ground, under emergency lights, straight to automatic, load light position 2. That should be FA panel complete. Aircraft will go through its self-test. When it does that, we're going to import our flight plan from SimBrief, London Luton to Inverness, easy flight 153, return to apparently it's London Heathrow. Don't need to put any METAR because we've already got METAR from the information here. Flight plan information available, and then we'll pull our payload off of SimBrief. So, I'm going to start boarding now. While boarding is requested, so don't need to touch this yet. Start inputting our flight plan. So initialization, Echo Golf Golf Whiskey to Echo Golf Papa Echo. Wet fresh open rear cargo door. That should be done automatically by the sim. Yeah, so the aircraft is compatible with GSX. I think the 737 MAX was a bit 50-50 when I first tried it yesterday on my own time. But the A320neo, given it's an MSFS plane, does seem to work without any problems. Easy 153. Line the IRS, that's 3 minutes. Costs and next is going to be 15. Cruising level today, flight level 340. 34,000 feet. 0 for center of gravity. I think we have to pull that from the tablet, will we? So if I go over to... Sorry, also request filling as well, can't forget that. So will it give me a center of gravity? It does, perfect. So, I don't know if that's going to be live just yet, or we need to load up the aircraft first. It's easy to wait for the fuel truck to get here so that we can do the fueling boarding at the same time. Once that's in place, then we'll be able to sort the numbers out. Of course, when passengers start boarding, yeah, some guys don't need that. Oops. When passengers start boarding, of course, again, we can step out the aircraft, actually meet the passengers as they board the airplane. Just like small little details like that in 24, which I do think are quite fun. Hopefully, hopefully all the good planes and things are compatible soon. That's the hope. So I did try the PNDG 737 earlier to try and copy that from Flight Sim 24. It does work for like a minute or so, but then it kind of just gives up and has a heart attack on you. So one that I think we're going to have to wait for the future. Alright, passengers now making way towards the airplane. Let's start the boarding process and pack. So Luton to Inverness, 153 Takeoff cruise. 1 hour 10 o'clock boarding. Departure time approximately 36 minutes. We've got plenty of time. Airbus A320neo. Passenger count of 142. No Wi-Fi entertainment. No boarding music for EasyJet. We have got the safety briefing. EasyJet. Yes, snacks. No meals. Custom flight numbers not continue. Start boarding on PACX. Did the fuel truck ever make its way down? I should probably check. If not, I think it's more waiting for the ground service to finish boarding the luggage there. Tell you what, in the meantime, if we just load the aircraft up for second out centre of gravity, fuel service requested. What I will do is I'll note down the fuel 6550. Current fuel on board the aircraft is 5380. So if I just 5380, flying loads, just do it instantly. And then the fueling we'll do in a minute once the aircraft actually has the fuel. So it says gravity 29.3. Right, 59.0 slash 29.3. Then block fuel on board today will be 6.5. Right, looking at our flight plan now. First appointment today is going to be Olney. Let's put that. Okay, we'll do this way. Next waypoint, Olney. From Olney, we then fly Tango 420, so we have to insert U. Next airway, so Tango 420. Temporary flight plan exists. There we go. To Trent. Uniform November 57. Takes us to Holgate. Uniform November 601. Takes us to Tango Lima Alpha. Directs to Foil, so we'll insert U. Tango Lima Alpha to Foil. Foil takes us to November 560. Then have to insert U. November 560. Nesdy. Directs to Gussie. that one. And then directs to our arrival. So there's no star in this as far as I can tell. I'll do a little more vectors flying in. Expecting runway departure to 5 on the only 2 Bravo departure. Try that one. But before we insert it, what we're going to do is tune in to London Luton 8. So it'll be 120 decimal 8 58. 2058.
And 220 degrees. Visibility more than 10 kilometers. Light rain. Clouds overcast 600 feet. Temperature 13. Dew point 12. QNH 0995 hectopascal. Acknowledge receipt of information. Hotel on initial contact report, stand number and aircraft type. On first contact. Luton arrival and departure information.
So it's runway 25 is the active. QNH 905, information hotel, stand 6, Airbus A320. So insert you. Input QNH 0995. Initial climb that from the ATC. So we've now tuned to tower 13255. Good afternoon, Luton Tower. This is Easy153, stand 6, type Airbus A320 with information hotel requesting clearance to Inverness.
Easy153, good afternoon, Luton Tower, cleared Inverness via only 2 Bravo departure, squawk 4213.
Easy153 is cleared destination Inverness. This will be via the only 2 Bravo departure, squawking 4213.
Easy153, read back is correct.
3. Of course, that's our ATC clearance sorted. Fuel truck is on the way now, so we'll be able to fill the aircraft up in a moment. Once that's done, we'll then be able to prepare the final few steps for departure. Let's speak to passengers now. Let's get them greeted. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is easyJet flight 153 from London Luton to Inverness. Flight time today, just over an hour and 10 minutes. We have a great crew on board today who'll be able to serve you as you require, but don't forget they are here primarily for your safety and do listen to any instructions that they have. Weather, as you can see, not looking too good on departure. Should get some clear skies as we hit our cruise, but again, back into the cloud and potential snow when we reach Inverness. Otherwise, hope to sit back, relax, and enjoy flight with easyJet today. Ah, Kootel's given up. That's going to be... Okay, so GSX died on us. Today, is it? And then that was another address for General. Tutorials are on the way, Paul. Tutorials are on the way. No need to be snappy with these live streams. Alright, cool. So, now that we know that Jordan is dead, go away, I don't want sun visor. We'll import everything from Simbrief again, supply the loads, again instant the fuel correct. Is that going to do this every time now, the window visor?
We're ready to go when you are.
Alright, thank you, cabin crew. So, requests. I won't prepare pushback just yet. There's no initial climb given to us. Stick it on 6,000 feet, which is usually a standard for Luton, but we can always then just increase that to cruising level once we're outside their zone. Fuel pumps can now come on, as does the APU. Seatbelt signs are on, as are no smoking. performance. Grab our takeoff numbers. So back over to the tablets. We will go to takeoff, sync our flight information, calculate our numbers. And there we go. Should be a nice short takeoff today. Flex temp 48. Quite sure won't load that. 48. V1 at 130. Rotate 130. V2 134. What is this? It's just a normal flight, Paul. Tutorials are different. Tutorials are videos, live streams are live streams. Right. 130, 130, 134. That's 1/ camera. Also, how did I get the frame rate? What's the performance? AvGeek ad, sorry. So frame rate, I'm running this at 1440p right now. I've given up on 4K. 4K is just horrible. I've reduced it down to 1440p. So it's not quite as good looking as it should be, but it's enough to get the sim by. As for blurry buildings, skybounds, you do get some. It really depends on the quality of the photogrammetry and your internet connection. 1/up 0.3. Flex temp was 48, and that is our takeoff complete. Set the trim to up 0.3. This trim's not active yet, so I can't do it just yet. That is fine. So I'll leave you on the legs page. That should be all correct until its continuity for the arrival. Well, see you later, Paul. Perfect. Right. So that's our flight now configured. We've greeted the passengers. Everyone's on board. We're pretty much ready now for a pushback and start. So we're going to request pushback from control. London Luton Tower, easy 153, stand 6, ready for push and start.
Easy 153, push and start approved, face south.
Push and start approved, face and south, easy 153. Perfect. So, AP is also active. Go to the ground. Away window shield, I don't want you. There's no sun to worry about. Cabin lights, let's hit the brightness of that, that's quite awesome. Toggle shocks, toggle covers, go to GPU. And then we won't use the default pushback built into the aircrafts. We will be using the GSX pushback. So if I grab GSX, prepare pushback and departure.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 2153. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 10 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed. If you have not already,
hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Verify it is low and tight across your lap. Your tray tables and seat backs must be in the full upright and locked position for departure. Flight attendants, please prepare cabin for departure and cross-check.
Here goes to the ground crew now. Attach the ground tug. We've got clearance from ATC to do our pushback. Probably should have got that prepared before requesting it, but it shouldn't take too long. It's not particularly busy at Luton this evening. Like I say, flight time to Inverness is about an hour and 10 minutes, give or take a few. Satisfaction so far pretty good, 96%, and hopefully with an early departure, means you get yourself an early arrival. And again, a few more bonus points on the passenger satisfaction side. Okay, see you later, pushback tug. Don't know why you're going so far away. It goes into position. And while I'm here, I should probably also activate the beacon lights so that we're getting ready for engine startup.
Locking gear.
Right, it's pushing back to the south. It's going to be nose right, tail left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Super, so now we can start our pushback run. Engine ignition to start. And engine to start.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures of this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets, and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency,
Please set parking brakes.
on board. Your seatbelt is
Brake
fastened,
sets.
adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we
Light
recommend
engine
that
2
you
to
keep
come
it
available.
fastened at all times.
Of course, in a Neo we can do a single engine taxi. That's a perfectly okay thing to do in this aircraft. And actually something that easyJet utilises quite a bit. So you know what? We're doing a single engine taxi to the runway. Go on then, we'll mix it up a little bit.
Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust.
Engine should come available soon, there we go. Engine 2 is available. We'll leave engine 1 off till it gets to the runway.
Gear.
Open your seat.
We'll start it up as we get closer to our departure point.
Around your waist. Click together. And pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft.
So wind shear, probably important in this kind of weather. It's going to be
Tow
down
truck
here
disconnected. Bypass
somewhere.
pin removed.
There is a light and whistle.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
We also carry
There you are.
flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened.
Right, flaps
We
down
wish you a
to
pleasant flight
1.
with easyJet.
Head over to flight controls. Elevators check. Ailerons check. Rudders check. And spoilers check. Perfect. We're happy with that. Thank you there, ground crew. AP comes off. And let's request taxi. Easy 153 is ready to taxi.
Easy 153, taxi to the holding point Alpha 1, runway 25, via Bravo Alpha.
Taxiing to holding point Alpha 1 from 25 by Bravo and Alpha for Easy 153. Brakes released. So it's our auto brakes for rejecting takeoff. Wait a few seconds. Let me double check my throttle configurations. Is this correct? That is, yeah, that is correct. It's a bit on the harsh side, but it will do. Sliders on also, very important. get engine 1 started.
Ready to go.
Thank you, cabin crew. Feeling low, going to start on without the APU active, so give us a second while we get that engine 1 started. The weather, not particularly on our side this afternoon. Visibility was about 7 miles according to the ATIS, so we got some view of the outside, but not much. There you go, engine 1 is now starting, throttle lever is not at idle, that is fine, we'll just manually drag that one back. Cool. Oops, this tablet. Easy 153, holding point Alpha 1, ready to depart runway 25.
Easy 153, surface wind 200 degrees, 16 knots, gust 27, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 25, easy 153. Gusting 27 knots. God, this is going to be a roller coaster. Right, A can come off now. Second engine started, ignition off. With the PACX working in the background, very high pressure air coming out of those aircraft. It's coming out of the air conditioning. We shouldn't require a back truck. We are light enough as it is to take off from the rest of the one we've got. What I will do is just push it to the left slightly to give us a little bit of extra room that we may or may not need. Very loud. Come on. There we go. Right. Throttle's 40. N12 stable. Take off. Manflex 48, SRS runway, auto thrust blue, thrust is set. Knots. 100. V1 rotates. Oh, very, very windy takeoff. Positive rate of climb, gear up.
Easy 153, monitor Unicom 122.8. Have a nice flight. Bye-bye.
Over to Unicom 128 for Easy 153. Thank you for service. Have a good evening. Bye-bye. Throttle reduced to climb power. Follow the MD. That's up. Yeah, tutorials are coming soon. Don't fret, tutorials are coming soon. I've got a few of them filmed. Got a couple of them filmed today. I've got a few more I'm going to try and film tomorrow. And try and get as many of them out for the week as possible. Must admit, today was a bit more kind of fighting the sim to get things to work properly, but one of those things where hopefully it should be a little bit more stable now, so I'll be able to get a few more videos out a bit quicker than I was filming them earlier. Anyways, out of Luton, over to Unicom. Enjoy the very cold weather. TCAS standby. TCAS should be on. Yeah, TCAS definitely not standby. Sim has detected as active, so that's presumably just a slight error. Not the end of the world. Cruising altitude now, 34,000 feet, our cruising altitudes. Now just note that our speed is a lot quicker than it should be right now. It has not 250 knots as the set speed limits. Just yet to get build the throttle, but if I go back to climb power, build the throttle arms, that should have held that at 250 knots. Speeding our way through that actually right now. Let's see if our climb now, so we get speed to a safer level. Either asymmetrical, they shouldn't be. How you been, Gav? Been a while, mates. Hope you're keeping well. So far, so good my end. Just coming out of Luton now. I might actually turn on the anti-icing for the sake of this rain. It probably will be freezing once we get to high enough altitude, and I don't really want to ice the aircraft over. Breaking out a cloud layer, at least on the left-hand side we are. Right-hand side in front, still pretty much cloud covered. So altimeter to standards. We're now, on the most part, a northerly heading, and that'll get us all the way to Scotland. So, on is the first major waypoint we'll hit, follow through Welling, up to Trent, Trent up to Polegate, continues across the Scottish border over Shap, through Carlisle, and then small adjustments as we then head over our final routing up to Inverness. There's no star at Inverness, so we'll have to probably vector ourselves in or get ourselves into a runway heading. But other than that, should be a pretty standard flight the rest of the way. We are breaking through cloud layer now. We should get some pretty fun skies above the cloud layer. For the most part, should be okay. Speed itself has now adjusted, that's no problem. Everything else is looking pretty good. TCAS shouldn't be on standby, like I say, that is definitely switched on. So that's just going to be the aircraft at the moment not able to check its systems properly. It's not a major issue. As long as IVAOs are texting that we are on online, then we should be okay. So yeah, passing 10,000 feet. Then the lights come off. We won't go to seatbelt signs just yet. I want to break out most of this cloud layer before we turn off seatbelt signs. You can see there's another cloud layer above us. We're going to have to break through it. Hopefully quite a thin one. Once we're through that, into the clear skies, should then be able to turn off seatbelt signs and allow the aircraft to kind of, well, allow passengers to kind of move around a little bit. Speaking of passengers, should we go through the cabin? Let's see who's on board our flight today. Any name do you recognise, give us a shout. We'll go through their stats. For the most part though, just me a mix of English and Scottish names. Nobody sends out straight away for me. Oh, yes, I've heard about some of it 50-50 right now, kind of getting their system running on Flight 24, which is a shame. Like I say, VATSIM is a good network. I don't use it myself, but I've got a lot of praise for them. IVAO, same with Microsoft Flight from 2020, day one, compatible. They just, I don't know how they do it. Their tech team must be pretty good, especially behind the clients. But yeah, Aurora and Altitude, which is day one, Microsoft Flight 24 compatible, no questions asked, bish bash bosh, it just works. And so, one of your teachers' wives. Yeah, no, it was very quick to get it up and running, so fair play to the IVAO guys. Right, so if we go to the web line, search the pilots list. If I go to simulator, so if I go to Flight Sim 24, you can already see a few connections on Flight Sim 24 on the IVAO network. Not many. Of course, I presume some people don't quite know it's fully compatible yet, but it's getting there. It is getting there. Our flights, if you want to track, whoops, let's need to create a link. If you want to track our flights, feel free to do so via the link in, whoops, copy. There you go. Feel free to track our flight via link in chat. Just quickly pin it to the chat. How long do I think it'll take for stuff like the Phoenix to PMDG to be compatible? I'm not too sure yet, hard to say. Could be a couple of weeks, could be a couple of days. Like I said, I've managed to get a version of PMDG working in Flight Sim 24. Just that, I presume it's more kind of anti-piracy measures because I'm copying and pasting out the community folder, but yeah, after about 5 minutes, the sim will just crash in the PMDG. So I can get it started up and flying, just won't be long until everything just kind of goes to a standstill. But I can't imagine it'll be too long, certainly for PMDG who have had early access to Flight Sim 24. So they've already had the sim for a few months while they kind of work on their compatibility. And so just a case of, I guess, waiting for them to press a button to then release everything onto 24. Like I said, stuff like GSX, day one compatible, IVAO, day one compatible, PACX, because that's just FSUI PC, which is, again, day one compatible. Volanta had its plugin ready for day one, so quite a few add-ons were kind of day one ready, just a case of waiting for everything to kind of jump across. Shows my heading is still set to manual. It's not what I wanted. What is going on? Two onlys apparently. If I just set direct to Trent, that's more of an error on my part than the aircraft. There we go, gets us back on course. Yeah, no, other than that, pretty good so far. Hour and 13 expected arrival time, so we're a few minutes ahead of schedule, which is always good. Hopefully we're not too far off breaking this cloud though. It's getting brighter and brighter outside, and you kind of see the top of some cloud ridges, so seatbelts will come off soon. Seems like the planes are being a mess. That's something we've heard could be months. I mean, if it is months, then at least we've got a fairly decent selection of default aircraft. I'm sure I can survive the A320, 321, 737 MAX for a few months, and A330. I think that's the plan for tomorrow. Tomorrow, trying to do a long haul flight in the A330 and maybe do like Dublin to New York or something. That's the idea. Whether I've got time to do it, we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, I'm on night shift tonight, hence the shorter flight today to Inverness. If I wasn't on a night shift, then I'd probably do something a bit longer. Well, I've got to say, I'll leave for work in about 2 hours. Probably get Flight 24 in a few months when it's all prepared and when you download any bugs or anything. I mean, for the most part, the server upgrades that they did last night to Sobo seem to have worked. Still a bit hit and miss, I won't lie, but for the most part, the server updates last night seem to have made it stable. I've not had any major problems with the actual sim itself. So, recording a few tutorials this morning. They're going okay so far, no real kind of big standout problem I've noted, so we'll see, time will tell. No major turbulence, still flying through cloud, but turbulence seems to have kind of ended. So we'll set off seatbelt signs now, give passengers their free knees back for a little bit. How are you, dude? You okay over there? Enjoying yourself? Good, good. That's a bug. The tail code shouldn't be a black box that actually has text in it, but it's just kind of rendered it wrong. So it's not perfect. There are issues with the sim, kind of small bugs here and there, but for the most part, aircraft are flyable, and that's the big thing for a new release. At least you can actually jump in them and fly. There's no kind of major issues around that at the moment. You can't auto heading mode in the A320neo. Don't know what has a problem. So we're flying the A320 at the moment, Justin. The A321 seemed okay to me, but I will have a look later on, maybe if that is something I've missed. A330 I still haven't actually tried yet, that's next on my list. That's, like I said, I hope tomorrow do a long haul flight on board that, so we'll see, time will tell. So I'll continue our climb out. You're already prepared for bugs and flights at 20, they're going to wait until aircraft like PMDG Phoenix and Flyby if compatible. Flyby will be interesting because the default A320neo that Flyby we're working on is no longer in 24. So the default A320neo in this sim is the InnySim one, not the default Sobo one. So either they're going to have to kind of essentially build a whole new aeroplane, or we're going to have to wait for the Flyby. The A380, I mean, I tried the A380, that was definitely not working, landing gear problems. Yeah, the A380 you have to wait for compatibility, but the A320, I think that might now be end of the line, unless they port over the default Sobo 2020 320 into Microsoft Flight Sim. Right, passing through 30,000 feet now, flight level 300s. With the 4,000 feet to go to a hit cruise. I think I'm going to be in this high cloud layer for most of this flight now, so I'll have to wait and see kind of if the cloud cover does clear up. Terms of passenger satisfaction, 95%. The worst got a few people just alright, but no one kind of any problems. Yeah, quite happy in the cabin, no real thing to shout about. Poor cabin crew, so they're going through to serve passengers. Well, yeah, so the guys behind the A380 Flyby, they are all kind of volunteer, part-time, they're not paid developers for it. But certainly it will come quite eventually. Remember, it took a long while for the A380 to actually release in the first place. Tried it, had that frame rate problem, and ended up having to ditch the stream. Can you get outside wing views? What do you mean, like this? And oops, engine POV. Right, I think we're back. I have no idea what happened there, but OBS basically just committed suicide on me. That's annoying. We're working again. Sorry about that. Anyways, didn't exactly miss much. Still cruising, just very awkwardly lost a bit of the stream there. That's... And then for some reason, I'm going to show you what I'm looking at right now on my end. For some reason... it's just thrown up 1, 2, 3, 4. Four Inverness streams. So he did that last as well. We've dropped a second orbit one as well. Don't know why it decides to do that. It just kind of glitches on its own accord and just throws up a million different live streams. It's really annoying when it does that. It's a new issue. And that's the current one. That's what we're doing right now. So that's okay. That's working. Those are... it's annoying when it does that. Anyway, so we haven't missed out on much. We are at cruise. We've leveled our throat cruise, and just a case of steady flying now as we continue our flight towards Inverness. Cabin crew did their snacks and meal service. They've gone through the cabin giving out their meals. That's all completed. 142 passengers, so it's not exactly a busy flight today. Got a few empty seats on board. In fact, we've got quite a few empty seats. A few people kind of on the road themselves. I was back at the airplane, again quite a few empties as well. So not a busy flight this afternoon. As for the cloud layout, I think we are pretty much just coasting the very top of it. Not much blue for us to enjoy it. And when Flight Sim 2020 first released, the weather's actually pretty good. Near enough clear skies the entire trip. This one, we are flying in the middle of a storm during winter, so what do you expect for clear skies, I guess. It is what it is. Double check OBS again, all pretty good. Perfect. Yeah, so continue our cruising for now. Top of descent should be marked for us. I don't know why it should have worked in 77 the other day, but it just didn't. This one, yeah, top descent marker hasn't marked for us. It should be able to give us an approach without any problems. Speaking of approaches, let's have a look at what we're doing today in Inverness. So expecting runway 05 for arrival, LS05. No stars available, so it's either going to be a case of us vectoring ourselves to the runway. Well, depending on what the angle for the final turn is, we might be able to just kind of fly it in. Have a look, shall we? Step, 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 step. Yeah, because from Gussie to Island 83, that's not a bad little angle that. So if I were to clear this continuity, we'll continue step, step, step. Yeah, that's a nice approach. We'll keep that. So that's our approach configured. What I can do is grab a fix. EGPE05. Radius, so we'll do the back, so we'll do 2. EGPE05. 10. And then one more EGPE05. 369 4568. No 4. 12. So 12 plus 90 is going to be 102. 34 times 3. Perfect. So we've got one marker, top of descent. We've got the marker 10 miles for the established localizer, and then the final marker for the landing. Welcome, Biota, how you doing? Oh, it's been a while, how you doing? Welcome, Savante, how you doing? My channel, want to chat? How you both doing today? Are you going to do New Year's flight like the previous years? I'd like to. I think I'm working New Year's Day on an early shift, which is not good. December... Oh no, I'm off! I work an early turn December 31st, and on the 1st of January I'm not working, so I think the answer is yes. Good chance we actually will be doing a New Year's stream this year. That is good. That is very good. Haven't decided what route we'll go over the international date line yet, but not working, so it works. Do you know if IVAO is working? It is, Arius. We are using IVAO right now. IVAO is fully compatible with Flight Sim 20. Here you go. We're in Flight 20 now. Confirm that's 20 at the bottom. Then that's our flight here, going up to Inverness. IVAO is fully compatible Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I think VATSIM is still working on their compatibility. They've got a little bit more to do. IVAO was compatible day 1, which was a nice surprise. Alright, so continue our cruise. Visibility not the best this evening, I'm afraid. Hopefully tomorrow we might be able to do a little bit more visibility. When we start a descent into Inverness, we'll be able to well, see a little bit more of the outside world. Struggling to get the... Oh, my chat window is a bit busted now because the whole stream dead. Struggling to get it to work. I'm getting a lot of missing DLL files. I mean, I just did a fresh install of IVAO and it works pretty much without any problems. This is nothing special, nothing you have to kind of click or do. Just go to the IVAO website. Let's grab it up. Yeah, just go to the IVAO website, click on the download our software page, literally just download the Altitude client, run the installer, and it's all pretty much compatible. Just double check that your community file is in the right place, but other than that, yeah, there's no real kind of issue with getting it working. Other than the TCAS standby being lit up when TCAS is definitely switched on. No. System is on. TRARI set. It should be blank. Anyhow, top percent is going to be in approximately, grab the data page, position monitor, not you, it's going to be on the, right, so here, isn't it? So if I grab top percent, it's just after Trent, was it? just after Tango Lima Alpha. So top percent right now is approximately 12 minutes. 12 minutes to descent. Yeah, really showing off Microsoft's stream capabilities here with this high altitude clouds. Nothing but whites look out the window for this entire trip. Yeah, no worries, Iris, let me know if you've got any problems with it. Passage front, 96% satisfaction. I don't really know what to talk about now because there is nothing to talk about in the scenery. If it was clear today outside, I'd be like, oh yeah, look outside the scenery, look at the mountains. At this point, we should be entering Scotland. No, so yeah, so we're crossing the Scottish border in approximately 5 minutes. And we're looking at the terrain, like, oh, look at the mountains down, look at the valleys, but no, absolutely nothing. I can cheat if I wanted to. I could jump out of live weather and go, way, just like that. I said the scenery in this sim, even actually, once it works, the streaming works, it does look pretty good. Unfortunately, we've had to pick the one day where the weather is near enough to zero visibility. But we ain't going to see much. Talking about the live stream now, the aircraft being kicked about by the wind. It's an 81 knot crosswind if you're interested, by the way. 81 knot crosswind we're currently facing. That is, if you're flying transatlantic right now, going to the US, very, very long and slow. Coming back from the US, you're losing about an hour of your flight time with that. Can't remember the name of the storm that we're currently facing right now. So like Augustus, something like that. Storm Bert. We're on B now. Storm Bert. Yeah, that's it, but... So we get little breaks in the clouds. There you go, a little bit of blue. Not much else, really. Alright, top percent, just over 5 minutes now to go. I've got our approach all plugged in, all configured. Check destination data. Yes. In it. So there we go, next phase. Let's grab the weather for Inverness. I'll just refresh you. So, 090 at 11 knots. Visibility is plus 10 apparently. Showers are reported, a few clouds at 100 feet, so that doesn't really match, but showers at 100 feet, QNH 991. Temperature 4 degrees Celsius, dew point -1, so 09011 40991. QNH 9901. Temperature 4 degrees, 090 at 11. And radio altimeter, I have to grab that from the charts. Are you not facing any airport load issue? For example, you play so swiftly, the entire airport looks incomplete for you. All about you. So I am using mods at airports. I am using Flight Sim 2024 mods for the airports. Sorry, Flight Sim 2020 add-ons for airports. So I was using UK 2000 Luton, UK 2000 Inverness, and then the stream on Wednesday I used the Scene Stansted. And while the scenery didn't look great because the servers crashed on me midway through the flights, but Aerosoft Berlin was also in place as well. Just looks terrible. Category 1, 190. 153 flaps. Yeah, 4 flaps, screw it, weather's bad. Right, so that's our landing information plugged in. Not too on top of descent. Welcome, John. How are you this evening? What channel chats? How are you keeping? Do I hold a license at the moment? I do not, no. So if you want real world flying advice, I'm afraid I'm the wrong person to go to. I do not hold a pilot's license in real life. I have got a few hours in microlights and light aircraft, but then the school I did my flying lessons with during COVID closed down, and money never quite returned, so it was a dream. That dream is now behind me, I'm afraid. Maybe one day in the future I'll do it again, but we'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell. Yes, in terms of airport load, Vishwas, I think that's more going to be down to Microsoft servers not quite being up to scratch. They are better now. They definitely put a lot of time upgrading to the servers over the last couple of nights. But even I've got a few. Yeah, okay, I've got a few like slow loading times, but for the most part, certainly the European servers have now returned back to normal. David Stanko. That's a name I've not heard in a long time. How are you doing, mate? Where'd I get the 190 from? So I grabbed that off of the runway 05 approach charts, using category 1 weather visibility. But how are you doing, mate? I've not seen you in a long time. John, downloaded Sim today, getting about 20 FPS and all high settings, 1080p. So I'm running about 1440 right now. I'm getting a stable 30 FPS, although I have had to sacrifice a few of the graphics settings, which I'm not too keen about, I must be honest. Flight Sim 20, I could run a proper 4K without too many problems, so having to downgrade to 1440 isn't my cup of tea. It's probably why I'm running so smooth right now, because I'm running the sim at basically half the spec it should be ran at. Well, unless I'm looking at the charts wrong. I've got a 190 here. I don't use IVAO anymore, use the other network. Fair enough. Yeah, so what was your current spec, John? What are you currently running in terms of PC spec? Be interested to see kind of what you got right now for 1080p, and well, what you probably need to upgrade to get this running up to, again, even 1440p should do you pretty good. Yeah, so I'm looking at category 8 at the moment, purely because the weather and the wind are not quite on our side. Drummer Boy, welcome to Channel Watch Chats. How you keeping, mate? So we're just a few miles off our top of the descent now. Not too long to go to Inverness. Once I finish the stream, we've got time to try and record one more tutorial. So I've got tutorials coming out for all the main jets in the sim. So I've got the A320 and 737 already recorded. The A321 is slightly different to the A320 cockpit wise, so I probably will need to do one for that as well. A330 I want to do one for. A310, if I can figure that one out, so I like the A310 as well. And so, yeah, one of those things there. Tutorials are coming, just need to film them all, edit them all, and upload them all. But hopefully all in time for the Christmas rush. That's the aim. Alright, nearly there. In terms of intercepts and glide slope at Inverness, so for direct arrival, 2,700. So 2,700 will be sets. So you're on a Ryzen 5 3600s, GTX 1660 Super, 6GB VRAM. I don't know about your PC's RAM, but it's like flying from the third person view. Fair enough, and everyone's got their own way of flying. I personally prefer cockpit, kind of a bit more hands-on, actual kind of control manipulation. But I guess it depends on what level of simming you're at. If you're more of a casual gamer, fair enough. If you're more of a serious one, then fair enough. And so ultimately it's kind of how you want to play it. Should always look for the Cat Seaman for an Airbus. Yeah, so Airbus Cat Seaman. Well. I think you're right, David. I'm looking at the wrong chart. Even then, yeah, I'm only getting from Chartbox a 209. Yeah, I should probably renew my Navbar subscription. That's one thing I let expire a couple of weeks ago. I need to renew it. Good afternoon, there's just been updates from the flight deck. We're just about to subset into Inverness, should be landing in the next half hour or so. Because of the weather at the moment, showing some light rain, we are going to turn the seatbelt signs on a little bit earlier than normal, so if you need to use toilets, please do so now, once you start preparing the cabin for our approach and landing. Once again, just about to subset into Inverness, should be landing in the next half hour or so. Thank you for using easyJet, and we hope you enjoyed the flight so far, and enjoy the flights for the rest of the way. Give the passengers a little update. Start of descent. Inverness traffic, easy 153. Start top of descent, 39. Flight level 390 for 2,700. Expecting Inverness runway 05. ETA 25 minutes. Just put a message out on the voice intercom to allow other pilots that we are going to start our approach. There is one aircraft in the area. We've got a private jet going up to Keflavik just behind us. So 16 being back on the real pilot, so looking serious to this. Well, in that case, mate, get starting. If you're 16 and you want to learn flying in real life, start learning the controls. Put yourself in the Cessna, learn the controls, learn the gauges, learn the dials, gain that familiarity with the controls. When I did my pilots, when I was doing my flight license, I was doing in the Fly Design CTSW, which is essentially the exact same aircraft in flight license as CTSL, just slightly shorter wings on the SW, which is what SW stands for, short wings. Yeah, so I gained that familiarity of the cockpit, which I could then apply to real life. Yeah, so the mix of CTSW and the Icarus C-42. Lovely aircraft, C-42. Wish I could fly it still. Yeah, they were sold off a little while ago to different schools, but it's not really local to me that I really interest, so we'll see. Time will tell. One day I'd like to continue flying, but for now I'll focus on work and streaming. I've seen loss to scaling. I've not used it. I have seen it. It's great to an FPS while having quality graphics. See, if it's worth a go, certainly if I get this thing back up to 4K, it would be nice. If it's worth a look at, then it's worth a look at. So, okay, less than a tenner. I might do a bit of investigating with it, see if it's worth picking up. Welcome Men929, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. Starts on set now into Inverness. We're a little bit above the altitude, just like a few hundred feet, but nothing excessive. We can continue descent without using spoilers. Weather, certainly not on our side this evening, but it's not the end of the world. So the A380 is not included in the AVAO edition. The A380 is an add-on by Fly-by-Wire. It's a third-party add-on and not yet compatible with 2020. But the A380, I'm afraid, is not a default aircraft in Flight Sim 24. Let's do Flight Sim. So if you guys are on the IVAO network, then yeah, you're more than welcome to. Streams are normally kind of posted with an hour or two's notice, so if you want to kind of create the flight plan and route with me. But yeah, if you guys on the network, feel free to hop in. All good to go. So far approach all configured. Again, ignore TCAS standby. TCAS is definitely switched on. Start on descent now. Flight level 240 passing. Might consider using spoilers later on. Depends on both airspeed and the altitude there. So you do see a flight IVAO, then yeah, if you're on the IVAO network, hop along. You're more than welcome to. Can we get on your plane? So I don't think the flight sim's quite got like a passenger mode just yet. Trust me, if it did, I'd love that. I honestly would love that. FSX did. Come to think of it, FSX did. If you had the same aircraft type and you loaded into the FSX's like multiplayer by default, it had a I remember it had a passenger mode. You just spawn in the aircraft of the guy who's flying. You then kind of just do whatever you want. You couldn't interact with it unless he gave you the controls. But I remember FSX had a passenger mode. That's a throwback. Wow. I used to do it with my brother all the time. 10 years ago, 15 years ago even. My first flight sim was out in 2004. I picked up in 2005. So I've been streaming. I've been flight simming now for the best part of 14 years. No. 2005. 15, 16, 19. I've been using flight sims for 19 years. Gee, I'm 25. God, I'm old. Yeah, so picked up flights in 2004 and 2005. picks up FSX in 2009. 2014 was like a bit more serious with flight sim. So back then it used to be kind of messing about, whatever, spawn 737, do whatever. But 2013, 2014 was like a bit more serious with flight sim. Started YouTube in 2016. I've been doing this for 8 years. Wow. I'm getting old. Right, passing level 200, 20,000 feet. Turbulence doesn't seem too excessive just yet, so there's no need to actually see the signs at the moment. Yes, this is flight sim at 24 and 99. Can confirm this is 24 menu. Flight Sim 24's minimum specs certainly were quite a jump. How's my RAM amount looking? So I've got Task Manager. So right now we're using about 24 gigs of RAM. VRAM has been maxed out. Oh no, not even fully. So we're using 9 out of 10 gigs of VRAM. 40% utilization, which is very good. CPU is about 40%. You can see it's multi-core. Multiple cores are in action. And normal RAM, yeah, 24 out of 32 gigs. So we are actually doing pretty well with this. Internet, if you haven't guessed, is pretty highly utilized. Not running poorly by any stretch of the imagination. Did you need to reboot your joystick controls? I did, yes. Why did I just sit here and miss Jesus Carlos? Life, I'm afraid. Life got in the way. Mix of working overtime and small mental health crash. Yeah, just got a bit distracted from streaming. I'm at a point now where things are a bit more balanced out, so hopefully just a bit more frequently. I'm getting the seatbelt signs back on now because turbulence is starting to pick up a bit. Yeah, no, life's gone away, I'm afraid. Settings, running things at high at the moment. So basically running flights at high. High 1440p. In your experience, is Flight Sim 24 better than 2020? It's too early to say. I mean, the initial release of Flight Sim 24 was very hit and miss, to say the least. Ice detected, anti-ice comes on. Whoops, that's a please. No. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, when Flight Sim 24 first released, it was very hit and miss, to say the least. But now that it's kind of stabilised a bit, just waiting for the third-party add-ons, the default aircraft is actually pretty good, so I can't complain about them. I like the ability to walk around the aircraft and do your pre-flight checks. That's a nice little extra. I must admit, I was 50-50 about it at first. I thought, like, do I really want to step out and do a walk around every single time I fly? But it's not excessive. It's like a simple, you go out, you click on stuff, you check it, you complete it, you go back to the aircraft. It's actually very nicely done. In fact, it's like with GSX, you actually walk up the stairs and board the airplane yourself. That the third-party compatibility in this is great. Right now, flying through just passing 13,000 feet. Whatever, 130, 13,000. Very dark in these clouds. No light getting through. Again, if I go back to my first flight in MSFS 2020, the weather was great. Clear blue skies the entire time. This is not clear blue skies. Got spoilers out now because we are a fair bit above the altitude requirement now. Speed down as well. Yeah, so the weather is generated by real-world METAR information, and then it uses AI to kind of generate the cloud's positions and altitude and all that stuff, but it's based on real-world METAR. A bit too high, so what we're going to do is break away from the approach path, just to lose a bit of altitude, because we're 10 miles from intercepting, but should be a lot lower than that. Those landing lights turned on. Use braking level medium. This one is armed. Terrain radar online, purely because the terrain here isn't smooth. Bit of weather radar as well. Going to do is so it's actually flying over Loch Ness right now, 2,500s.
2,500.
It's 901. Have I actually wiped out our... Oh no. Echo Golf. Echo. It's not what I wanted. ILS-05 inserts, right. Yeah, there we go. I just accidentally deleted my approach information. Now, how I did that? Alright, direct, Island 83, flight plan, inserts. There we go. Landing systems online. It's 200 knots. 1. Speed brakes. Reduced to 180 knots. That's 2. Welcome, guys. How are you doing? Welcome to channel's chats. Better or worse than FlyLive? I'd say probably about the same level. About the same level. I mean, A320V2 from Minisim. I mean, this has always been quite a good level of simulation. FlyLive's always great, given that it was the freeware, like the freeware A320 that came from day one. Like that was a superb addition. But ultimately, both Airbus 320s and both do a very good job. I think my heart, I must admit, still lies with FlyLive, but I don't dislike any builds by any means. Approach speed is going to be 130. A380 soon, John. A380 coming soon. That's going to be down to when FlyLive can get their aircraft compatible. Knots down. So we've made a final bank turn now. Get ourselves onto the runway heading. Approach mode is armed. Following the glide path down. Cabin crew check. Continue this approach. Welcome to how you doing? Welcome channel. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Is kind of in sight. The visibility is certainly not on our side today. Sadly, there'll be no replay of this landing, purely because Flight Sim's replay mode crashes the sim at the moment. I have put a report into Thad, the guy who creates an FCR, so he is now aware of the issue. To make this approach into Inverness. Oh, Willie Canuck, how are you doing? God, it's been a while since I heard from you, mate. How you been keeping? Have you had a chance to fly 24 yet, or have you been in the never-ending loading screen like many others have? Approach just a minute of approach speed now, 140 knots. Before I forget.
1,000.
1,000, stable approach. Approach altitude set. We'll leave on the autopilot a little bit later than I'm normally used to, purely because of the weather. It's not quite so steady today. Microsoft Q Simulator 2024. Right, autopilot deactivated my aeroplane.
$400. 300. 200. Minimum
Let's continue. Bit on the low side, but nothing you can't adjust.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. Retard.
Throttles.
Retard. 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 Retard.
Reverse descent. $100 knots. 80 knots. Reverse to idle. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Inverness. Bit of a floaty approach to that. Exit runway to the left, taxis to the gates. Well, that was quite the approach. And again, thanks to YouTube Editor, those of you guys who tune in later, you have no idea what happened there. We have to backtrack. Oh yeah, no, the flight model's fantastic. The Flight Sim 24 flight model is, honestly, probably its highlights. Aircraft actually feel like aircraft, which is something that Flight Sim tried to do, but couldn't do particularly well. This has definitely made it a highlight. Yeah, a bit of a wrong excursion there, but hey ho. Started. Nice speedy taxis, we try and exit the runway. Captain UK, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. Welcome to Inverness, eventually. Yeah, so sadly no replay available for this flight because as we found out, replay just crashes flights at the moment. Reported it as a bug, so now we've got to wait for a repair. Taxi to the gates. Ground markings there. Well, yeah, how accurate this is going to be. There we have it. Welcome to Inverness. off, beacon lights off, strobe stay automatic, wing lights off, lights stay on. So, that was oh my, it was a struggle to find out. It was a struggle, alright. Okay, yeah, so I don't think it's going to count as a gate. Volanta, how far off a gate were we? What gate even would this count as? Hang on, I'll bring out the ground charts. Ground charts, parking charts. We are... Yeah, so you just got aprons, doesn't really show parking stands. Go on then. Gate 5, just show me the spot. 145 meters on the left. That is there. Okay. Gate 1, show me. It's going to go over there, isn't it? Right. No idea. No, don't, go away, FCR, you crashed us in already. Gates 3. Okay, that'll do, we'll just walk to that one. Gate 3, just walk me there. And request deboarding. Right, so I'm gonna... What over she? FCR. Instant replay? How far back does this go? No, it's just crashed. Well, that's it. I think we've tried enough. So that was London Luton to Inverness. Slightly more painful than it should have been, but FCR. You've got a question, may I? Are your lights working 73 max? So they are, as far as I can tell, working. They're just not very visible or bright, but they should be working, the lights. At least in my case they do. Yeah, that's Inverness to... That's London Luton to Inverness. That got very messy at the end there. But early days of Applied Sim, early access, what can you say? I say I'm off for work now for about half hour. I need to leave the house in like 20 minutes. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like for this. Thank you very much for watching. Shame that didn't quite end so well, but yeah, big bug. I can tell that is causing problems. So, take care of yourselves. Have a good evening, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Have a good one. And bye bye. Just want this to work.